Today I'm going to show you how I made my BioActive Vivarium for my Mourning Geckos. This is just my snake Scarlet, but I wanted to give a little bit of intro while I'm explaining what I'm doing today. So basically what we did is we created a BioActive Vivarium using a front face opening tank, and we put moisture balls in the bottom that kind of allowed moisture drainage in the soil, but also kind of soaked it up so it wouldn't generate mold or anything like that. And so we filled it probably about an inch or two high, something like that. And then what we did was we put kind of like a tarp layer over it that was kind of semi-permeable, and then put some small rocks on top of that in order to allow for just another drainage layer to the tarp. And then we put a little bit of mixture of plants and some dirt and stuff like that in it. This is the substrate that we used. It's an HF Premium topical substrate from Houston Frogs. So it's got basically all the stuff that having an isopod in there would need in order to continue eating and nourishing the soil as the leaves and stuff inside of it dissolved. And I got just a couple of plants to put into it. They were very small when we got them. The current size of the plants is much larger. It takes up a lot more space, and it gives the gecko a lot more places to hide and to go under and seek shelter. These are the isopods that we ended up putting into them. We have put a couple more isopods in since then. We probably got 3 or 4 of these over the course of the last few months or so. But basically what we did was we put them in, and they're kind of like little roly-polies. They go and they eat the decomposing material inside of the soil and just make sure that no mold or fungus or anything like that grows. And they basically help us out in that way. Then we added in a water bowl so that we could be able to have some water in there for the geckos if they wanted to go in and get something to drink or get some, just kind of swim a little bit. Obviously, we spray the plants every once in a while with kind of a misting spray in order to give like little beads of water for the geckos to drink. We got a thermohygrometer from Flunkers, and this basically just allows us to always measure the temperature and the humidity in it. So, this is just right when I put it in, it was 74 degrees, 44% humidity. And then we got these kind of variable vines with some suction cups so that we could run them all along through the tank and give them places to climb and things to enjoy, kind of more enrichment and stuff like that, so that they had stuff to climb on and do. And whenever we drop in the wingless fruit flies that they use as food, different places for them to be so they can chase their food around. Later I added in a couple of sticks, like this one that goes down the middle. Then I put in this cork round that goes in the back of it. I got this from ZooMed. It gives them kind of like a little cave that they can go spend some time in if they wanted to have kind of more sheltered environment where they feel more comfortable. That way they have the opportunity to go kind of hide in there whenever they don't want to be out on the plants and stuff. This is the BioActive Vivarium that I created for my Mourning Geckos, and that's what they look like. They're pretty small. I got a couple of them, and they are actually kind of androgynous and asexual, so they just lay eggs without needing to mate, which is pretty cool. We feed them with wingless fruit flies that crawl around their cage and give them the opportunity to kind of chase things around in order to get, enrichment in their food and stuff like that. But they're wonderful little geckos to have, very low maintenance. Honestly, a pretty great starter gecko if you're looking into getting into reptiles.